Hello, Bradley Viking here. Literally just pointing my phone at my iPad because this is literally the best setup I could figure out because the lighting wasn't working with the TV. So instead of doing this, to review the Rocky training montages. I am a veteran. I have 10 years experience in Muay Thai / kickboxing, so there's similarity to boxing. I've trained just boxing long ago. Rocky actually made me want to be a boxer till I figured out kicking people off was awesome. You see that in my origin video. And I'm a big movie fan, big Rocky fan, Sylvester Stallone fan. So I'm not like the penultimate expert, but I feel like I'm a guy who knows what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna try to, thanks also to this YouTube channel, I'll show you out here, Motivation Go For It, for compiling all the Rocky montages into one video. Alright, so right here, I don't know if you saw it, my giant hand come in. So we're starting off our road work, and already Rocky has bricks in his hands. And I've never trained with bricks in this manner, but I have held like small dumbbells, sort of like between 2 to 5 pounds. So basically about the same weight in my hands. And yeah, you hold them in your hands and like just to build up that arm strength. And also when you shadow box with them for long enough, so we'll warm up rounds, we'll shadow box with weights in our hands. And after you put the weights down, your hands feel a lot faster because you've just lost like a couple pounds. So that's a nice little detail. And yeah, like most, especially old school fighters, will always talk about road work. Important to get your cardio in. Yeah, you see he's moving his arms up and he's dropped the bricks. Now we're just running down the street. Good old close up on a young Sly. Only like 30, but you know. Oh, and someone gave him a fruit, you know, just the community behind him. I have no idea of the geography of where this was filmed, so I can't comment on the city. And here's some speed bag work. And so yeah, it's speed bag work. It's pretty legit. I'm terrible with the speed bag myself. We only use it so often in Muay Thai. I mean, we have used it, but this just looks legit to me. If somebody else who knows more about speed bags, so again, it's more about rhythm, and then you build up the speed. You have to get the time and the rhythm down first. So clearly he worked at this to get that rhythm, to get it to go nicely. One arm push-up, jumping. That's actually a decent impressive feat. But you notice, I paused at a bad point. See if I can, you see how wide his legs are apart? That's actually the trick of it. And yeah, I'm assuming most of these exercises like Stallone was doing for real, because it's pretty hard to kind of fake this kind of stuff. Other than like having a stunt double in there, but I don't think it is. But you see how wide his legs? That's actually a very big part of it, is having that wide base. And the only real way you can do a one-arm push-up is, for most guys, I knew this one really skinny guy, but he was super skinny, so he had no body weight to lift. But otherwise, you have to have a really wide base with your legs to get that one-arm push-up in. And then when you switch to clapping push-ups, I can do clapping push-ups. Once you get a certain number of strength, one-arm push-ups is way more impressive. And then this is just core conditioning. And yeah, you do that. You usually do it while you do sit-ups. Grab pads with medicine balls, and then punching the beef. His punching technique is just that's just a berserker rage. So yeah, I mean, we're back to the one-arm push-ups and being awesome, but that's a lot of one-arm push-ups, I do too. So I don't know if I could do that, but I haven't specifically trained to alternate arms. So I've done a similar exercise with a medicine ball, but I have one hand on the medicine ball. And I'm literally lifting my hand up, but I can't turn my camera around. Like, I could physically move it, but that'd be lame. While I'm demonstrating motion. Someone fund my technology, please. But when he's just punching the slabs of beef, honestly, there's not much technique. I mean, he is keeping his offhand up, and he's just slamming it. That's just rage punching. That's berserker fury. There's very little technique other than maybe engaging some power. it's getting hard now. He's pushing. Come on, you can do it. Push.
You're gonna kill him.
And I wonder who this dude is and where he was in the sequels. And yeah, and then we see the running. And we're, at the docks. There's some ships. And, okay, you know what? I've listened to this song while running. And yeah, when this part comes on, I increase my speed too. Philadelphia. It's in Philadelphia. Why did I forget that? But I have no idea what the geography of Philadelphia is like, so I cannot tell you how far he ran. I do know, like, stairs are essential. Yeah, and there's different variations of stairs, including leaping up like that, where he took 3 stairs at a time. And stairs just change the dynamic. And make you... Yeah, and they change the dynamic of running. You can definitely, like, strengthen different parts of your legs by having to do that motion. Anyways, he's victorious. Woo! Rocky! Of course, you gotta run home, Rocky. But yeah, overall, the Rocky 1 montage. Okay. Yeah. So, Rocky 1, very simple montage. It's pretty short. He doesn't actually do much. He does some core conditioning with getting hit with the medicine ball. He does his running. He hits the beef. That comes out wrong. He goes to the meat freezer and he just berserker rages there. He just slammed his fist into it, and I'm sure he's like engaging his core here. Right? He's usually mainly using one hand. And ironically, Rocky's supposed to be left-handed, but he was using his right. And then he does a lot of push-ups. So there's actually not that much to say, but I'm gonna take this video off here and then film for part 2.